Alrighty, so daily recap of what happened today in the market. And let's start with GU. So swing was bearish. That was our swing high. That was our swing low. The overall direction was still bearish for me. After we retested and we had the eye chalk yesterday was aiming, today was aiming for price to push lower, reacting and respecting that supply, pushing price lower, potentially to that extreme demand or unmitigated demand, and even break that swing low. We never know. Although I would argue that we mitigated a daily internal demand, so we could see price potentially continuing higher from this demand. So my bias was bearish, was looking for price to push lower. Yesterday we got the IBOS right there, and then we pushed price lower. Couldn't get any entry. Not yesterday, but today we got the IBOS. Couldn't get any entry from any supply. Price just kept on running and continuing lower, creating new internal ranges. And our New York session, we got that internal range. Price then left us with one unmitigated demand, which was that one, right? A supply, sorry, which was that one. That was the internal high at that moment. That was the demand, or supply in this case. We had 1LC1 and price just gave me my entry around that level, stops above the high, and I got stopped out just right there. So that was a loss, totally fine. So at this point in time, I was like, all right, so we swept the internal high. If we didn't close above it and we get a chalk, then it's confirmed that price would push to the downside and that we respected that internal high. So what happened is exactly what I expected. We basically just swept that high, give us a chalk, confirmed that this whole push to the upside was just a fake break, and the price is ready now after grabbing liquidity to continue to the downside and potentially break that swing low, which is weak. Yeah, once we got that chalk, I didn't bother. I just took my entry right there, market execution. I didn't need more confirmation, right? Just took it there. And I targeted 1 to 2. Stops was 10 pips. What happened is once we got that chalk, we created this supply, which price then retested. But the issue is our LC1 was there and price never reached that level, right? And didn't give us any LC1. So once I saw that price retested that supply, right, I took a second entry on one of my accounts, just right there. I took an entry there on my 200k phase 2, all right, and yeah, I just took that trade to the downside. Both of these trades just passed me my phase 1 and my phase 2, sorry, 200k, so now I'm funded with alpha capital, 200k in total, which is not bad. 200k in one account and the other is 100k, which is funded as well, but still in drawdown. So yeah, these two were my trades basically. Took a loss and then took a win here, but in one account it was 2 wins, on the other it was just 1. Then what happened is that we created a new internal range, so that was our new internal range, right? And left us with one supply, which was that one, right? And yeah, price just mitigated that supply and pushed lower. And now we just had an IBOS. An M15 boss, so that's not too bad. So this is our M15 boss right there, and our new M15 high would be, in this case, here, that one. Swing high, which is strong. And yeah, so beautiful, beautiful. Expected everything to happen today. Got a chalk there. I didn't mention it, but we got a chalk there from one supply and mitigated supply. But again, it's not a very big confluence, right? I waited the price to give us an IBOS, which it did, but eventually it didn't reacted or retested all the way to our unmitigated supply here, had the inducement, which is totally fine, happens. And yeah, price just dumped to the downside. I took advantage of this last internal structure, which was phase A, pro internal and pro swing. And yeah, I took my profits. Beautiful, beautiful trade. I cut everything at 1 to 2 once on the other account, by the way, on the 100K funded account, because we were late into the session and I knew that we wouldn't really push lower. So that was everything for GU. EU, let's see what happened. Same scenario basically. Price just reacted and retested the supply, the H4 supply, and on the M15 we got an IBOS. So M15 is bearish. That was our swing high. That's our swing low. We retested into the H4 supply, got an IBOS, left us with some unmitigated supply, but unfortunately we didn't push all the way there. We just dumped to the downside, then created a new internal low, didn't react from supply, pushed to the downside again, then created the last internal low here in session, right? And yeah, what happened is that price basically just pushed around like 5:30 and it respected that one and then continued to downside again. So now we have that as our new internal range and 15 internal high. And yeah, still expecting this swing low to get broken. This swing low to break for tomorrow, hopefully. We'll see what will happen, but yeah, couldn't get any clear opportunity on EU, although I liked EU better than GU at first. But yeah, so overall, not too bad. Took one win, one loss, passed my phase 2, so now I'm funded 200K as well. Beautiful trade. Let's see if tomorrow we'll get any opportunities to push price lower. Potentially here to push price lower and break that internal H4 low, and respect a phase A pro internal pro swing. Potentially give us any entry from any supply on premium. And yeah, so that was everything. We'll see if I'll catch you tomorrow to see if we have any updates, any trades perhaps, any wins perhaps. Would love that. And yeah, that's all.